Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2022 Lean in Higher Education Conference. Thank you for attending today's session, which is called Lean in Didactics, Successes and Challenges, which is run as a 45-minute learning session. My name's Tom Coogan, and I'm one of the co-hosts and moderators for this session, accompanied by my colleague, Lauren Cairns. Before we start, as hosts, the University of Melbourne acknowledges the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander traditional owners of the unceded land on which we work and learn. We pay respect to elders past and present and the place of Indigenous knowledge in the Academy. I'm on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. So some quick housekeeping issues. Please stay on mute during the presentation, although you're more than welcome to turn your camera on to see everybody. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the chat or raise your hand. Lauren and I will do our best to catch those. For your reference, this presentation is being recorded. So now I'll pass it on to Joanna Czerska from Gdansk University of Technology in Poland. It's an honor to welcome you today, and we're looking forward to a great session. So over to you, Joanna.
Thank you. Hi, it's really nice to see you in early morning in Poland. It's dark outside and it's cold. Anyway, I'm taking some sunshine from Australia and other parts of the world. So nice to meet you, nice to see you. Am I sharing my screen? Yes, I'm sharing the screen. Yes, yeah. Okay, so what I want to share today with you is the lean thinking in didactics. For many, many years, I was working at the business with lean. And one day I decided to share my knowledge with the students to prepare them better, to allow them to create better world for all of us when we will be retired. So, so I went to university, and what I found that it's quite easy to transfer lean thinking into didactics. So I want to share with you my practices, lessons learned, because not everything was working. We are experimenting in lean. Yeah. So what I want to do today is Hansei and Yokoten. Hansei is a reflection, self-reflection, my findings from my learning process, and Yokoten to share the practices, good practices. So I'm teaching 4 subjects, as you can see, lean management and manufacturing, but also the production and logistics management. So these are lessons. I will share some lessons coming from teaching this subjects. But what I would like to start, with Menti. So please take your phones, go to Menti.com, and maybe use a QR code, and we will start some short survey at the beginning.
And that link's also in the chat if anyone wants to grab it from there too.
Thank you, Tom. So generally, I believe that lean thinking is something totally universal, so we can use it everywhere in didactics also. So we have 8, 9, 10 people, 11. Okay, so please share, because I would like to use this Menti during, not only at the beginning, but also during the presentation as a field for discussion or your input to discussion. So please join. It will support our exchange. Okay, so let's go to the first question. What's your energy today? Don't touch. I'm biting. Not sure, maybe we'll have a discussion, or I'm in action. How do you feel now? Whoa, quite, quite big group of I'm in action. I understand. If you are not sure, maybe you will join the session. What I want you to feel safe here today with me. I want you to find the best way for you to feel well. This well-being is very important for me during my classes. That's why this question I'm asking from time to time to my students at the beginning of our meetings. How they want to interact with me. So thank you for that. And let's move to my question, first question. What are your inspirations for teaching process? I believe that you are teachers, lecturers, and you know some lean. So what? So I'm using Menti again. So what are your inspirations for didactics? What do you use? Tools, ideas, elements which inspired you to improve your teaching process? Not the teacher. Okay, anyway, if we are not, even if we are not teaching, our behavior, daily behavior is connected with teaching others. So we all are teachers of each of us. We are parents sometimes, so we are teaching also our 5S. Oh, great, thank you. Yeah, any other inspirations? Wow, 5S. To be honest, I'm using it just a little bit. So I'm really curious. What do can we discuss a bit? What do you mean when you are using 5S in teaching process? Or collaboration with peers? Any other inspirations? Understanding the value, visuals, super. Thank you for participation. What I would like to do now is to share my inspirations. Maybe you will take some more ideas for teaching process. So what are my inspirations? First of all, the definition of the lane. That I love Peter Drucker, who wasn't talking about the lean, but he was talking about generally about the management. There is surely nothing quite so useless as doing with great efficiency what should be not done at all. And this is the first question I'm asking myself. Should my students learn this, know this? Should they memorize something, or what should they learn? What skills should they develop? So first, when I'm getting some ideas from the university, I'm asking myself, what is the minimum they need to get to know? And what is the maximum they need to learn? I mean skills development. Yeah. So this is one. That's the second. The second element is the lean thinking definition, which I understand like lean is the path of unmatched organization. So here I'm transforming it into a much person. So how we are creating those students, those people, the perfect people, perfect creators of our future, by gradual and continuous elimination of waste across what they are doing. So I'm paying a lot of attention on the way how they are learning, how much time they are wasting during making the project, their organization together. I'm involving everyone's of intelligence to improve my classes, to co-build with them the learning path, to meet their needs as much as the best as possible. And so they are saying me one thing, and I know the needs of the market, so we are merging it to fulfill, to create the best possible input to the future marketplace. So, and what is one of my key ideas is to keep my students' satisfaction on the classes and between classes. Now, my subject needs a lot of, let's say, homework. So they are co-working in projects. So they have a lot of work in between. That's why it's important for me to keep this satisfaction also between our classes. And I'm not using too much the lean as a tool to eliminate the waste. No, I believe that the best possible way to give the motivation to learn for the people is to let them to participate and to co-create the process. And it's exactly as in the business. Yeah, when we are co-creating the solutions with our workers. So the second inspiration is that that there is some yes.
Oh, Joanna, I just wanted to throw in. We had a question from the group.
Okay.
How did
I can see it.
Oh, you can go. All right, perfect.
Yeah. So how the staff is responding for that? Generally, some of them are inspired also. I'm sharing these ideas between some group of teachers of our university. We have a Center of Modern Education where we are inspiring each other, and some of them are saying, "Okay, nice. Do what you want to do." Yeah. So no negative reactions at all. Students are rather, what are you doing? It's what you want from us. Participation, creation of teaching process, huh? They are surprised, but then they are coming into the process because they see that they can co-create this process. So, and for me, it's really, really important because as you can see this picture, there are the fundament of the development of relationships, processes, and technologies is the Kaizen. And the Kaizen, in its deep meaning, means the continuous self-development. So what I want my students and what I'm working on my attitudes, it's Hansei, the reflection, continuous reflection on what I'm doing, how I'm doing. And this is also what I expect from my students. So during some subjects, we are using some reflection copybook when they are making some reflections, what they learn, what they want to know more, what they want, how they will use this knowledge. And what I'm trying, I'm teaching at the management faculty, so I'm teaching them how to become leaders, but not only the leaders in that they lead the group of of other students, how to behave as a leader. Yeah? And this is the meaning, the deep meaning of the Kaizen, if I understood Toyota well. So I'm asking them to think outside the box, and this is the biggest constraint for students in Poland. I don't know how it's worldwide, but here in the Poland, I'm working also with some European students and some from Asia. But what I see, that thinking outside the box is the biggest constraint. So I want them to not feel comfortable during my classes. Yeah. So the mood is okay, but I want them to go out from the comfort zone and check different attitudes, different ways of working.
Joanna, just on that, just quickly, we've had a question from Natalia. Thanks for sending that through. How did you measure or understand which methods or activities were not working when you're talking about adding value to your students?
First of all, I'm using some satisfaction surveys. So I'm not using the surveys which are run by a university. Of course, it's okay, but the questions which are the general questions for all the university are not giving me the feedback I need. Yeah. So I'm motivating my students to give me the feedback, and two kinds of feedback. One feedback during the classes. The second during the classes, so they can say me, oh, okay, this is wrong, I don't want to work like that, or let's change it to another way, and they are doing it. The second point is we have Moodle, the e-learning platform, and there is also the option to give me the idea, the suggestion, what should I change, how should I change. Yeah, and I'm getting the feedback. Oh, Mrs. Czerska, this is too hard. No, this is not well organized. Could we change it, please? And I'm open for that. And I'm showing them that I'm open for that. Why? Because I'm working with them, also teaching them 10 Kaizen, 10 rules of Kaizen. And coming back to the question, what I'm also doing after during the end of the classes, or before I'm giving them marks, it's very important. I'm asking them some questions, how they assess how the classes, how much time they spend between the classes, because I don't want to make them overloaded. Yeah, so I'm managing it also. If you would like to get to know what kind of questions I'm asking, I will share my presentations, and I have the list of questions which I'm asking them. So this 10 Kaizen rules is, from my perspective, the fundament of what they should learn during my classes. So one is logistics, one is production, but in the same time, I want to develop their attitude. And I'm following this 10 Kaizen rules. Then the lean leadership. This is for sure, or maybe some of you doesn't. Anyway, there is the way how we should behave in the lean environment. And what I found at the university, now we are using the dictator style. So I know, and you should learn what I know. And and I believe that the students should set their goals. So and me as a teachers as setting the goals. No, it's not my role. My role is to support their development, and they are setting their goals. So we are talking at the beginning of the semester. What are your goals? Where you want to, what you want to reach? How you want to develop yourself? And I'm saying, I will agree for all your decision. Of course, there is a minimum to pass, yeah, but I will support fulfillment of your goals. Of course, I'm showing them the way how they should choose it, yeah, because in some cases they are asking, Ms. Joanna, it's not, no, I don't feel this subject is interesting for me. And I don't have any goals connected with it. And then I'm saying, wow, it's so, we will spend all semester so many hours together. Let's talk one by one how you can find your value in this subject, or what I can do during the subject to give you some value, which is directed for you. And this is also the inspiration coming from business, because this is the way how I was working, or I'm still working, because I'm working partially at the university. I'm still working with the people at the factory. So what I'm doing, I'm using also the improvement kata. So I'm trying to connect their long-term goals with what we are doing during the classes. And I'm letting them to experiment with no grades. So, for example, now I'm running the production management project, and they are making partially the project, and I'm not assessing it. I'm giving them feedback, and they are coming for this feedback. They are not aware, they are not afraid that I will assess and I will give them bad mark. And they are asking. And thanks to that, they are developing. And so this fear connecting with the marks, grades, from my perspective, is totally bad. That's why we are working on the let's experiment, and then I will give you the feedback. I'm using also flipped classroom way of teaching. So thanks to that, they have the will to go to reach the goal. The biggest issue which I have with my students is to help them to understand what is their direction, what's their vision, personal vision. They are young, they are still lost. So we are spending some time to set this these long-term goals also. And Joanna, for that,
we had a question in the chat actually about that. Do the students enjoy that? Have they taken to that that aspect?
Most of them. Yeah. You will never satisfy all people. Yeah. Some of them saying me, don't touch me. No, I don't want you to participate in my, big personal life, because this is connected with the personal decisions of my future. Yeah. So, but just a few. Yeah. I have about 200 students during this school year. So 3 or 4 don't touch me. Yeah. And of course, I understand that. And what I did to help my students, because it's not enough time during the classes, I'm using the personal Hoshinkanri, the tool and the process of now finding the way of connecting my activities, general activities, personal activities with my goal. And setting the goal is the first step in this personal Hoshinkanri. But it's the topic for another meeting. So just to help them, or to help myself to open them for this, what I'm talking about is something what I'm telling at the beginning of each lecture. I'm here for you. And this is the first, wow, what does it mean? You are here for us. I'm here for you to help you grow. And you will choose your way, what you want to take from me. And this is again something what I took from the business, because at the business you cannot push people to do something, yeah, and say, oh, I have a really good idea and let's implement it. No, you need to co-work it with the people, and they need to have the will to do it. And at the university, we have the perfect situation where they can choose. And when they are choosing, they are taking the responsibility for their learning path and the process. So I'm just putting me as in a role of supporting the learning process. So I'm saying I'm coming here to share my knowledge and experience. And it's not the perfect experience, and it's not the perfect knowledge, because I'm still learning. You are learning, I'm learning. So ask me questions, so we will learn together. Yeah? There is a really good book, Katie Anderson wrote a book with Isao Yoshino from Toyota. It's about how to lead to learn and how to learn to lead, something like that. Long title, really good book. So I'm coming here and take whatever you want. If you want more than I'm giving you, no problem. Come to me after the classes and I will support you. And some of them are coming. And some of them are saying, no, Mrs. Joanna, there's too much you in my life. So it's also this kind of reactions. I'm saying, okay, it's your no, it's your zone. What I'm trying also to do is to use the PDCA cycle, and of course, what my students don't want to do is to please do not change anything, and and it's normal. It's just typical for us humans. So what I'm trying to do, and what is most important for me from this PDCA, is this handshake. So we spend a lot of time on the reflection. Yeah, what does it mean, this reflection? It means what did you took from the classes? What was worth for you? How do you see this value? And for example, in some cases they do not see the value which they should see. And this is the lesson for me also, that I did not show in the correct way. Yeah, for example, it's something what is important for their future employer, and they do not feel it. So it's my, let's say, fault. In Lean, there is no fault in the person, but in the process. So because of course, my inspiration is also training within industry, and which is telling if the student did not learn, it's because the instructor did not teach well. So I believe that I have all possibilities to help them to learn according their goals, of course, as we are doing it in the business with training within the industry. And The next element is is coming not directly from Lean, but from Patrick Lencioni. Maybe you know the book, the 5 Dysfunctions of the Team, a leadership Bible. Generally, this is the first book, and there's a long, many books connected with the topic of dysfunctions of a team. So the first constraint which I'm meeting at the beginning of the classes is lack of trust. Yeah, they don't believe that they can speak openly and that they will not be punished. Yeah, this is the biggest issue. And then when I'm trying to build this trust, they are afraid to see me that something is wrong. So what I'm doing from the beginning of the classes, if someone's saying something is wrong, I'm giving them points to appreciate and to show that it's worth to say that something is wrong. Yeah, it's also the inspiration coming from Toyota. And this participation, this including them in the learning process, gives letting me to achieve this last 3 elements of team correct functioning. So how I'm communicating these elements? Yeah. First of all, I'm saying that I'm giving them full trust. That I believe what they are saying, that if they are saying that they have the problems at homes and they are not able to participate in the classes, they are coming and openly speaking about it. And I believe that this is the situation. This is also the question mark, and also the question if they are trying to to lie to me. And it's interesting, Polish students not. But students which are coming for Erasmus exchange, which we have in Europe, yeah, they do it. I think that there is the reason, and it's not connected to that they are bad people or bad students. They are just coming to have some fun. And sometimes they are tired and they are shy to say that they are really tired after some parties. But again, just a few. So as you can see, this is what I'm telling. I'm showing them this slide, and I'm trying to agree with them that we will follow it. During the Lean management classes, I'm learning them also how to work with values. So we are co-creating the values which are important for us, and how we are talking about these values during the beginning of each our classes. And this is the way how I was building the values, the organizations where I'm working. And this is the way how I'm working in the business life. And it's really, really useful at the classes with students, because many of them doesn't have values, or they have values, but they, they are not using them for themselves, not personal, but at the team. Yeah, so it's worth to talk about it. And it's taking only 3 minutes from classes, but it's each week, each class.
Joanna, just quickly, that's 10 minutes. That's
okay.
10 minutes to go.
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
Thanks. No problem.
And coming to the end, generally, is that when I'm creating the material and taking into consideration the goal that I want them to be useful at the market, the business market, I'm asking my questions. Do they really need to know so much? The knowledge is so accessible now, and they just don't want, it's boring for them to learn theory. We need to find the connection between the theory and the reality. And this is giving them motivation to learn. Thanks to that, they believe that the subject they are learning is creating the value of their value at the market. So, for example, I'm using certificates at our e-learning platform. Yeah, so they are getting the certificates also, which they can show with their CVs. So, and then I'm asking myself, what can I do with these few hours we are spending together on practicing? So I'm changing some of lectures to make some practice and some experiments, to make it more practical, the subject. And when I expect them to learn the theory, I'm giving them tasks, find this knowledge, because the know-how, the knowledge is changing so rapidly that they need to learn how to find the good source for the knowledge and then use it. Yeah. All of us are using the internet to find some information, also at our work. Yeah, so we should let them to do it. So at the end, I would like, these are my inspirations, but at the end, I would like to ask the question to you, what are your sources of teaching process improvement? From where you are taking the inspirations, what you should change in your teaching process? Or because not each of you is teacher, so maybe what is the source of the improvement? What are you looking for in your environment?
Can I say something?
Yes.
I'm doing a course now, and I find that they're inviting along the students in developing the course in a way, because they're constantly making time to get feedback, direct feedback. We get lots of surveys, but surveys, as you know, unless you're trying to solve a specific problem, you don't often get asked the right questions. So I think, yeah, making time to genuinely invite people into the conversation is very valuable.
Thank you.
Hi, I have a question. Thank you so much for your presentation. It was great to hear all this. Mike, it looks to me you are located in Europe, and here in Australia, in my teaching practice, mental health after COVID-19, it's a real thing with the students. And I would like to ask you if it's something that it's happening also in Europe, and also how, as a teacher, how where do you stand in there? How you include that as part of process improvements, teaching experiences or better teaching experiences for students?
We are facing in Poland not only with the pandemic, we are facing also with the Ukraine-Russia war. We have Ukrainian students also. So what I'm doing, building this, first of all, building this trust that they can come to me, that I'm a person who believes that they are important for me. This is one thing. The second thing, I'm trying to observe what they are, how they behave during the classes. And if I see some problems in the team or in behavior, I'm always talking with students. And I have the case from last semester. I have the students, I thought I will kill him. He made me crazy during the classes. One classes, second classes. And then but I was very assertive in connection to his behavior. And one day we said, okay, we need to talk. Yes, and he came, and what I found, that his behavior is coming from totally not connected with the classes problem. Yeah, he is facing with personal problem, and we were talking how what he can do, how we can work. Fortunately, I have some, I'm a coach also, so I have some competencies to support them in such situations. But there are also situations where I'm sending them to psychologists. A lot of my students are saying to me, I'm after therapy, after pandemic. And we have also, so I'm trying to be aware, yeah, and to talk one-to-one if I see the problem. For example, now in this semester, I have Ukrainian students. She is a refugee. So when I noticed that she's in my group, I asked them if she needs any support, what I can do for her to feel safe. Yeah. So and it was very. She said that it was very important for her. Natalia, did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't want to put, like, I could continue asking you questions because this is a conversation that goes in my heart, but I'm going to leave others to ask questions. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Natalia, if you want to talk, just send me an email and we can get in touch. Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for everybody for that. Were there any final questions? I know we're in the last few minutes here.
I can see Sirena question at the chat. The period of gaining trust that you talk about, does it take long for the student to adapt this way of learning? 1 to 2 months. It depending on the students. Some students are just jumping like that. And then it takes 1 to 2 weeks, and for generally maximum 2 months. Yeah. Okay. You need to jump into another session. I'm here for you if you want to ask any more questions. If you have not enough time, just write to me. Joanna.Czerska. Okay, I will write it on the chat. My email. And feel free to write, to meet.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Joanna. Oh, sorry,
okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yes. So what I can give to you from me, I will give the full presentation, because this is the shortage of my general presentation about lean didactics. So maybe you will find some inspirations there also. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Joanna. No, that was a fantastic session. I guess everyone appreciates your openness there to send through the slides and get in touch. That's really thoughtful of you, so we definitely appreciate it. Thanks to everyone that came along today. We appreciate you attending the session, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. Thanks very much.
Thank you. See you. Bye.